It's been nearly 1 month since Sioux Falls lifted its no lingering law, which put tight restrictions on businesses, limiting customers to no more than 10. It forced a lot of bars and restaurants to close their doors, but now that a lot of them have reopened, we thought we'd check back in with a couple to find out how they're doing. Don Jorgensen has tonight's Eye on KELOLAND 1 month in.
When we first visited the Gateway Lounge back in late May, owner Jackson Rentschler was busy cleaning and getting the place ready to reopen after being shut down for more than a month. He told us at the time he was a little nervous about protecting his customers and staff from COVID-19. Today, he says he is not as concerned, but he and his staff still take a lot of precautions to clean and social distance, which he says is tough at times, especially on the weekends when his bar and restaurant get busy.
People are getting more comfortable. They're seeing their neighbors go out, just kind of slowly getting back into it. But it's definitely, you definitely notice a difference.
One of his regular customers, Sam Bucknell, and her dog Bo have noticed a difference too.
It's been really nice being able to, go back out into the community, meet with friends, kind of feel back to normal again. And it's really nice seeing some of the businesses that are still, trying to keep up with some of the restrictions, but also, just getting back into the swing of things.
Rentschler says he's still not back to full capacity because of social distancing. He removed some tables and made other changes.
They're still kind of spread out, and we still have only one pool table, and we don't have our darts back yet. But I foresee that, in the near future, kind of bringing those back in.
In Lake County, the Shipwreck Bar and Grill in Chester never shut down.
We were nervous about that at first, being a small community, whether there might be some negative comments or pushback, and honestly it's been quite the opposite.
Owners John and Melissa Dugan say their customers are appreciative that they made the decision to stay open.
Melissa and I talked about it, if not daily, hourly almost, because obviously everybody wants to do the right thing.
They say their main priorities were protecting their customers, staff, and the community, and that hasn't changed.
We already did a lot of cleaning, but we just did a lot more, a lot of sanitizing during the day before we opened, and then a lot throughout the whole shift. We took everything off the tables. Now
they're slowly putting tables and chairs back to where they once were, but it's still not at capacity. They say ever since Sioux Falls lifted the restrictions, they've noticed a lot more people out enjoying themselves.
People are really excited to get out of their homes and get off quarantine and off the regulations and just get back to normal.
People are coming out, and whether it's a short stay or a long stay, people are coming out, and I think it is in part because Sioux Falls opened up, and so it makes people feel a little more comfortable.
But the pandemic is not over. Health officials warn us until there's a vaccine, we'll still be seeing cases of COVID-19.
I don't necessarily have the fears just kind of based on some of the stats and things that we're seeing right now. I just feel like things are controlled really well, and a lot of people are doing their best at trying to, keep the economy going, but also making sure that people can go back to work and we can try to maintain that normal that we used to have.
But will we ever get back to normal? Or will reopening be a gateway to another pandemic wreck? Only time will tell. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Don Jorgensen.
Neither bar or restaurant are back to full capacity because of social distancing. In fact, both say they're operating at about 60%.